Alrighty, this is the mentor interview for Standard 8.
Okay, for adapting instruction to student needs, I put you as proficient because you knew we had talked about what they needed in regards to testing. And so you knew that we needed to work on constructive responses. So I told you the races, and then you went and you found resources for it. And so you knew what they wanted, and we've been working with stations all week, so you put them in stations, something they've been used to all week. So I put you proficient there. I put you proficient as monitoring student learning because at your station, we talked about it during planning too. You said, depending on the group, you revised it, maybe kind of knew what, I take that back. You saw what they were capable of, I guess, and then adjusted your instruction accordingly to kind of hit those points because we saw in the last period they're kind of a lot lower than what the other classes were, which is to be expected. But you were able to adjust your instruction accordingly. And give you proficient for roles in the instruction process. I thought it was effective, and you were a good facilitator. You promoted student learning. Engaging student skill development gave you proficient as well. I had an explanation for that. It just left me. I'll come back to that one if I remember what I was going to say about that one. And you ask questions to help motivate them, to get them thinking and about the passage, about the question, about explaining your evidence and whatnot. And never mind, I was like, it deleted everything. No, it didn't. I said that you did it very well this week organizing the stations and implementing them. Each station had a task that was developed to help the students grasp the concept of answering a constructive response question, and she adapted the stations based on student need, as well as adding in a station where they got to choose an article they read. Each of the articles, each article had a different Lexile level, so they got to choose. Not only was their student choice, but they got to choose their Lexile level. If they looked at it, like, oh, I don't understand that, I'm going to grab a different one. They might have been subconsciously doing that, but they were able to do that. You gave them that choice. That was a good idea. I noticed today when we did the same, we used News ELA today. I know, so I said something about the Lexile level on the side, and Andrew changed this to the max because he's on the top level anyway. And so I was like, some kids are getting it, but whatnot. So I don't know how the last kids, maybe they might not have realized that as much, but they probably like, oh, it's kind of hard to read, and probably chose a different one. But they had those choices, which I thought was really good. And so you provided for those needs. With each station, you were able to assess the needs of each group and plan instruction appropriately. And overall, I feel like yesterday's lesson reflects well on each of the components of the standards this week. Earlier in the day, I feel like everything went really smoothly. The kids did a really good job. And so the last, I put this in here, I was like, the last class we had a surprise fire drill.
Yeah.
And so that kind of threw everyone off.
I mentioned that in my reflection
No one
too.
knew. I didn't know we were having a fire drill, and so that was fun. Because every time we have fire drill, they go kind of crazy. And they weren't. I mean, they got their stuff done. They did their work. They were a little kind of crazy. What I would have done there is kind of just, I would have like you just stop, like, hey guys, we're not focused as much as we are. Why aren't we focusing as much? And kind of maybe regrouping, something like that. Just to kind of, I think I talked about it a couple weeks ago or before Christmas. Just taking something not really working, stop it, think about it, talk to the kids about it, ask them what isn't working, that type deal. Because I mean, it wasn't your fault; it's the fire drill's fault.
It was just more of, we need to stop, refocus, let's breathe, let's stand up for a second, stretch. Now we continue.
Yeah, maybe even like circle up again and be like, okay, guys, we had the fun fire drill. Let's circle up. Let's talk about.
Let's talk about the fire drill.
Yeah, I mean, just something, get them refocus on what they're doing, because they were just like, oh, we had a fire drill, type deal, and so they weren't as focused as we would have liked them to be. So, but that would have been a really good way to address those behavioral concerns, because like Nick was goofing off, Joel was goofing off every now and then, but like I know a couple times they're like, and they didn't do anything, but they weren't acting out anymore. But, other than that, you did a good job yesterday. I thought went really well, especially in the first three. We decided to take the last one because we're like, you'll get to practice, and we had the fire drill. I was like, no, of course. But yeah, that's it for today.
All right, awesome. Thank you.